Okay. So hello all. Thanks a million for giving me the opportunity to speak at today's meeting. A huge welcome to our visitors and guests there, Gary and Owen. So I'm going to talk to you today about my business, BillGenie.ie, and what we do. Our motto here, I suppose, at BillGenie.ie is, as you can see in our logo, it's pay less with zero stress. So what we do is we help people to save money on their utilities and save them time and hassle. In my previous presentation, I would have spoken to you about or given you an overview of savings that we made on 4 or 5 different businesses. But on this one, we're going to, and to use the BNI terms, we're going to do a deep dive into one of our clients and just show you what we did for them. For the purpose of this, and as usual, look, we're not going to identify the business. There'll be no names, nothing, no identifying the business, but I will tell you that the line of business that they're working in is it's caravan and camping park. Okay. Part of BillGenie.ie, what a lot of people don't realize is that, look, I guess, like I think we're nationwide, right? It's a remote service that we offer. So if you guys know any businesses up the country, have friends up the country with businesses, we can operate with them and we can help them. This business here, for example, is in the east of the country. I've never met this man in person. We've only dealt over the phone and over email and WhatsApp. So that's one thing about the COVID pandemic. Look, people have got a lot better at using the likes of WhatsApp, email, all of that kind of thing. So it makes the country a much smaller place. So we can operate remotely through WhatsApp, email, our website. People can upload bills on our website. So the business, what we did for them, the utilities so far, we did home electricity. We did his business electricity, we did his gas, and we did his solar PV. The utilities we may go back and do at the end of the season would be broadband as well and merchant services. So we'll be having a look at these down the line, but these are the ones we've already done, put to bed, and I'm happy to present the savings to you. Just to give you a quick overview of the site we're looking at, up the top of the site here is a reception area and his house. So they're both connected next to each other. So there's a house meter in here. Then you have a meter in the reception area. This meter, there isn't huge usage on it, but the main meter where they use most of the power from is down here at the bottom of the map. And this is where we install the solar PV. You can see this bright roof here, right? That means it's south facing. So basically what we did is we maxed out this south facing roof and got the solar PV in there from. Okay, so home electricity, look, anyone that has changed their home electricity with me already will recognize one of these. This is the slide that we give people in part of the email, part of the review. We put in a slide or a screenshot of an Excel here. So what we do, we have our calculator and Excel already made up. All we have to do is pop in their usage, their current pricing, and that will tell us here whether we can save the money or not. So you can see in this 57-day bill that we looked at, he was paying 59 cents on his daily standing charge. He used 2,068 units at 28.11 cents. Whereas what we were able to do then was bring the standing charge down to 56.08 per day. We brought his unit price down to 15. Okay, and with the result that we're forecasting that over the 12 months against his current supplier, he'd be saving somewhere in the region of €1,800. Okay, so very nice saving on the electricity there. For any of you that have changed over their home electricity with me, you will know that, look, we can't set the unit price. All we can do is set your discount will be, 33%, 26%, whatever the offer we can get. We can't actually set the unit price, whereas we can when it comes to business electricity. But that's its home, nice saving, €1,800. On the business electricity, his 2 meters. So on the left here is the main meter where he'd be using most of the power. On the right is the meter where he used less power. So again, what we're doing, look at the standing charge, right? We're after bringing it down from 184 a day to 97 cents. Okay, so we've pretty much cut it in half, the daily standing charge. On the unit price, right, we could only take off around 2 cents a unit at the time. Okay, but because he's using quite a bit, and this would be a shoulder season bill, so he'd probably use a lot more in the peak season. So to me, this is a kind of a low water savings here. We obviously haven't included the VAT because most businesses it wouldn't matter. So between the two of them, you're looking at around €1,400 worth of savings roughly on the business meters. And the best part is we're after setting this unit price right at 29.75. We set that back in January for him, and that's set for the whole of this year. And I can tell you that the going rate on units now that we're selling, it's up over 37 cents. So look, you can see there's actual, again, these are low water savings because when you take the actual unit price now into account, he's obviously saving a lot more. Okay, and it's set till the end of the year, doesn't need to worry about it. His gas, similar, right? Again, look, we'll just look at the figure here. It's the same process, but we're looking at €831. Okay, interesting one, solar, right? So for people that are using a lot of power, we deal with a couple of different solar PV companies, so we can get them a couple of prices from different companies and we can help them to compare them and maybe advise on, look, that one would be better to go with, and this is why, okay? This option here, he went with one of the companies we deal with, do a nice pay-as-you-save option. So you don't have to fork out for your solar PV system up front. You can decide to pay it over 7 years. Okay. Now they've changed it since January. It's now pay over 5 years, right? So there's a slight change, but for this client, he's paying over 7 years. So all he had to do was pay his 20% deposit up front instead of paying for the whole lot. And then over 84 months or over 7 years, he's going to pay back €167 a month to the company that installed the solar PV. Don't forget that this €167, the solar PV is installed straight away. So he's saving on his electricity bill straight away. So this €167 a month, he's saving it on the electricity bill. So he's just not giving it to his supplier. We're forecasting, look, over 25 years, this is from the solar PV company, they're estimating that over 25 years, you're looking at 70 grand worth of savings. Okay, so you can see why investing 13,950 or 16 over 7 years, you can see the return on it. Okay, and after 25 years, that doesn't mean you take off your solar panels and throw them away, they're no good, they'll keep going. Right, they just won't be working as efficient as day one, but 25 years down the line, they're guaranteed to work at 85% of day one efficiency. So look, what's it mean? Look, lots of good PR and fluffy things. Look, it's good for the environment, carbon footprint, all of that, less dependence on fossil fuels, right? So there's all of that benefit, but there's actually a commercial benefit as well. He's saving around 10,500 units per annum. Right, this would give annual savings of 3,150 based on his unit price that we set. Okay, if you're to look at today's unit price, which is close to 35 cents, you're looking at 3,675 worth of savings. He's keeping the money in the business. He's investing his money in the business. This 167 a month he's paying, he's buying his own system. So otherwise that would be just going to his energy supplier for his electricity. So it's going elsewhere. Excuse me. He has added value to his property. There, James. Perfect, thanks, Anne. He's added value to his property, okay, which is great as well. So again, the money that would have been going to his supplier, he's pumped it into his business instead, and that solar PV is there for, well, forever. From year 8 onwards, he's saving the full 10,500 units. So look, 8 years time or 7 years time, we don't know what the price of electricity is going to be. Will it still be 35? Will it be gone higher? Carbon taxes and things like that will be increasing. So is the unit going to go up? We don't know. But what we do know is that he'll be saving 10,500 multiplied by whatever the price is. Okay. The savings over 12 months, when we look at everything together, home electricity, 1,800, business electricity, 1,432, gas, 831, solar PV, we're estimating around 3,150, right? So we're estimating that in total, what we'll be saving this gent over 12 months will be somewhere in the region of €7,000. Okay. The service or about us, the savings, obviously 7,200. He saved time, right? If he was to go around and have to contact all of these companies individually, it's going to take a lot of his time. He's saving a lot of hassle and a lot of phone calls, right? He's only one phone call, that's to us, and we'll find the rates for him. BillGenie.ie will contact him when it's time to review. So he knows that I'll be back to him later in the year and we look at what we can do from next year. So all of this, look, he's saving 7,200. He's saving all of this stuff. What's it costing him? Nothing. Okay, it's a free service. We don't charge a penny. We'll get a small commission on the other end from the supplier, so we don't have to charge. And that's the thing I like most about my business is I can help people to save money, a lot of money, and I don't have to charge them. So love it. It's a no-brainer for the business. Okay, that's it from me here, BillGenie.ie. Thanks a million for listening and giving us the opportunity. Happy to take any questions at the end. So thanks, guys. Cheers.